We're just outside of Seattle, Washington, just south of the Canadian border, to witness some SFLm action on this fine Friday night. Here we're witnessing the Ottawa Cavalry take on the Tacoma Grizzlies here in Washington. I'm Jack Brown, and alongside me here tonight we have Alden Bleeker. Alden, it's all to play for Tacoma. They need to win here and have a little bit of luck go their way to sneak into the playoffs. Meanwhile, for Ottawa, they're just looking to play spoiler and have a little fun.
Yeah, absolutely. By the end of tonight, we will know both the playoff bracket and who's hosting the final. Tacoma, they have a scenario to get into the playoffs, and it all starts with a win. We'll see if they can pull that off here.
Yeah, meanwhile, we got a couple other teams watching this game. Salt Lake needing Tacoma to lose in order to have a shot. Same thing for Boise. It would just be a great benefit for them if Tacoma were to take the L. Here, this game is going to be the battle of the top two passing offenses here in SFLm. Johnny Reno and Scar Patterson, two of the high-flying gunslingers here in this minor league.
Yeah, and Scar Patterson, although Ottawa have certainly been on the skids, Scar Patterson has really been one of the highlights for them. The second overall quarterback in terms of statistics, and he'll be looking to put the offense on his back and perhaps pull off one of the upsets of the season here.
Top two in passing yards and passing touchdowns. The ball's on the tee, and we are underway from Tacoma. It's a booming kick from Amelia Rose. It's taking it about the 5-yard line. Up pass. Oh, doing a little juke and a little spin on top of it to the 29-yard line. 1st and 10, Tacoma Grizzlies.
Well, and we've talked about pretty much all season, Randy Squarebush and GP Wells have been, and Doug Brown as well, have been the focus of all the talk about running backs. But as well as Johnny Reno, Brad Jones has been having quite a season, and he'll incorporate quite heavily into this offense, I believe.
First down is a handoff to Brad Jones. Brad Jones spins a couple times before he gets tackled for a gain of 1. 2nd and 9, the remaining parts of this Tacoma offense. Quarterback Johnny Reno, halfback Brad Jones, fullbacks Satori Hanzo, wide receivers are Mike Savage and Shane Kaufman, and the tight end is Christopher Dean. 2nd and 8, 2 wide to the bottom of your screen with 2 men in the backfield. They're going to do another handoff to Brad Jones. Brad Jones picking up some good blocks and making a few men miss, making it 3rd and 6.
Yeah, Brad Jones really making the best of a not-so-great situation there. The blocks coming in up front, but really not all that much space for him in general. Doing a good job to pick up a few yards, and it's 3rd down, but Tacoma are in a decent position here.
That they are. 3rd and 6. Short drop from Johnny Reno. First pass today goes to the outside. That's going to be caught. Not enough for the 1st down. That first catch made by number 82, Mitchell Simpson. That'll bring out the punter, Johnny Landers.
That was very close. Not quite close enough to pull out the challenge flag, I don't think. But overall, that is a good portent, I would say, so far. Johnny Reno able to step up in the pocket and hit his man. That does bode well for their offensive success later in this game.
That it does. High punt is taken, and it's going to go up to the 28-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Ottawa Cavalry. First and 10 from their own 28. Patterson under center. Deep drop, throws the outside. That's going to be caught in bounds, and it's going to be led out of bounds. Throw was made to number 41. That is Sean Baker. Scar Patterson, there was a mock draft that came out a little earlier this week. They had him going 3rd overall. Very high honors for a man like him.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you have to look at the fact that not only has Scar Patterson been the 2nd overall quarterback in the SFLm, but he's been the 2nd overall quarterback in the SFLm while the rest of his team has really been struggling. I think that says a lot. Ooh.
Speaking of the struggles, there comes the offensive line as he's going to go down, not with a sack, was barely able to get it off in time. Number 68, Elliot Hess, with the pressure.
But Scar Patterson, despite what we just saw there, has certainly demonstrated what he can do for an SFL team, even when they're struggling.
3rd down and 7. Shotgun look for Ottawa. Patterson going around. It's going to be caught out of bounds, though. Dougie Day, the intended receiver, got his hands on it. Wasn't quite able to see where his feet were.
Yeah, an athletic play just to get his hands on that ball. My goodness, that was seemingly pulled that one out of the air, but just continued to fly through the air. And this is going to be back-to-back 3-and-outs for both of these teams. This game could well be decided by who the first team to score is.
Yeah, it could be a very low-scoring affair. Punt is away. Taking it around the 30 up to the 34 as Tacoma's offense comes back out onto the field, focusing back towards the mock draft. Brad Jones is currently projected to go 2nd overall from Tacoma. Johnny Reno at 7th and Mike Savage at 10th. Tacoma with 3 players in the current projected top 10, the most of any team in the SFLm. Reno, short throw over the middle. That's going to be caught. Gain of 2 on the play. It looks like that was intended for the tight end, Christopher Dean. It kind of seemed to be a little bit of a slow developing play, and in turn, not a lot's done with it.
Yeah, absolutely. Just really nowhere to go. And to go back to your point about the mock draft really quickly, the fact that that Tacoma have 3 first round picks when theoretically when Randy Squarebush has drawn so much talk, I think really says a lot about the level of talent here in the SFLm.
That it does, and it's going to be a nice gain on the throw. 3rd and 1 for Tacoma. Catch made by Shane Kaufman.
Well, this is certainly a lot easier of a setup for Tacoma, and really you have to give a lot of credit to Johnny Reno there, just finding the open man, running the correct route, and putting him in the space to set up this 3rd and 1 situation.
And it's going to be a free play, 1st down no matter what. Hattori Hanzo with the carry, doing exactly what you need a fullback to do. Unfortunately, they might not put that down on the stat sheet. And it's going to be encroachment on Ottawa. Very poor discipline when they needed it most. And Tacoma picks up the 1st down.
Yeah, and that was, all penalties aside, that was a great job, like you said, by Hanzo. The run drawn up the middle for the fullback. I mean, that's exactly how they fit into the run game. And now Tacoma continuing to march down the field from just about the 50-yard line.
1st and 10, this time from their own 49. Reno stands right up in the pocket, throws over, nearly deflected, but leaves the man wide open, going to gain the 1st down. And maybe a yard or 2 on top of them. Mike Savage, his first grab of the night.
Well, now we're starting to see Tacoma, after that 3-and-out, they're really starting to find their rhythm here. Another great job of Johnny Reno finding the open man in space and just putting it right past the 1st down line, and now they're past the 50.
1st and 10 now on Ottawa's 40. Flipping the field so far. Tacoma going to hand it off to Brad Jones. Jones finds a hole on the outside. He makes a man miss. He's going to the sideline. One more block. He is gone. Touchdown, Tacoma Grizzlies. Their 1st touchdown of the night, and it comes from the ground game.
Oh man, we have talked about how Brad Jones has been quietly having one of the best running back seasons in the SFL, and you really see the kind of thing that he's been able to do here. This play, looking like it's going to get blown up, breaks a tackle here just through sheer speed and takes advantage of the block, stays on the outside, stays up. That is a perfectly executed outside run by Brad Jones.
And with the extra point pending from Paul Trent, They'll be up 7-0 with 7:04 remaining in the first quarter of SFLm action. Kick is away, nearly blocked, and it's good. 7-0, Tacoma with the ball in their court.
Well, a quick scoring check-in as the battle for the first seed continues between Annapolis and Madison. Madison up 17-3 with a little over 3 minutes left in the first half in that game. So potentially an upset brewing in that game.
Yeah, the real shocker of that is the fact that Annapolis' offense has been utterly crushed so far. But we'll have to see as that game develops. Meanwhile, back here in Washington, the return is up to the 28-yard line. By the way, if you're new to the SFL, the Simulation Football League combines traditional sports, esports, and a role-playing game into one. Team strategies are being executed in real time by our simulations as real-life players compete on the virtual gridiron. For more information about the SFL, visit our website at simulationfl.net. The SFL, we put the fan in fantasy. As Scar Patterson drops back short, throws it to the outside to Conway. I'm sorry, folks. Gain of 4, nice little halfback flat route.
Yeah, those quick little flat outlet passes we've been seeing a lot of in the SFLM this season. Didn't quite get the explosive yardage that they were looking for, but they're setting themselves up to march down the field, and that's really how Tacoma found success on this last drive. We'll see if Ottawa can make it work for them.
You need to build up the pressure, you need to build up the tension, and then create some sort of play for a release. Patterson looking around, throws the outside. Oh, beats his man! Going to be up to the 42. That's Gus Scott with the reception. Nice job to beat his man and then turn up field.
Yeah, and credit to Mark Kaufman for tracking down the receiver after the first down, laying a pretty stiff hit there and potentially stopping even more yardage. That's a great job by the Tacoma defense.
Patterson throws to the outside. It's going to be caught, low grab, and he's going to get it out of bounds, though. I think that's Gus Scott once again. No, actually, that's Cole Vermillion. Introducing you to the rest of the Ottawa offense. Halfback's Jay Conway. Fullback is Mateo Pravado. Wide receivers are Gus Scott and Dougie Day, and the tight end is Dusty Rourke. Second and 3. Deep drop from Scar Patterson, and it's going to be deflected right up into the air. Good for him that nobody was able to come down with that.
Well, shades of
Mike McCarthy on the deflection.
Well, shades of Annapolis' defense there. Really, how they have found success all season is getting up into the pocket and just causing problems for the quarterback. That may be how Tacoma have decided to see success in the defense here.
Patterson with the deep drop throws to the outside. That is going to be caught in bounds. Wow. Nice job dragging the feet, dragging the toes in by Dusty Rourke. Not often something that you see a tight end do.
Yeah, a little twinkle toes action from the big man there. That is just truly spectacular pitch and catch offense.
First and 10, once more. Throws the outside. It's going to be caught. And gain of 4. Another catch made by Cole Vermillion.
Yeah, and you notice Ottawa is using a lot of these out routes. Nothing special. No big bombs downfield. Just getting your man open and getting a few yards, really. And they haven't had to do anything particularly special. And we see Ottawa marching down the field here.
Patterson throws deep, and that one's going to be a nice grab. Gain of about 20. I think that's Dougie Day on the reception. No, it is not. Apologies, folks. That is Harry Harper.
Well, and you see here...
Oh, go ahead.
Well, you see here a little bit of a deeper route, and unfortunately, the coverage able to just float over to him. 3 men on him instantly, but that is great ball placement by Scar Patterson, and just a great job.
It's going to be a free play for Ottawa. They're going to streak it down the field. That is going to be a first down, first and goal. Dougie Day with the catch. And that one was just a perfectly drawn up play.
Yeah, I would certainly be very surprised if they accept that penalty. That is just a fantastic job drawing up the pass that they were going for there. Double coverage nearby, but I mean, he just used his speed to get in between them, and Scar Patterson doing a great job of recognizing that his man was open and just getting the ball there. That's really been the name of his game here so far.
First and goal. Ball is on the 3. Patterson finds his man back in the end zone. That is a touchdown. Ottawa Cavalry. Another pass to Dougie Day, pretty much the exact same as the last one.
Yeah, man, it's a real show of athleticism from the big man here. Keeping his toes in bounds last time on the yardage that got the first down, and keeping it in the very back of the end zone. I mean, this is just an incredibly athletic performance we've seen from Ottawa's offense here.
And so, with the extra point pending from Amelia Rose, we could be all back at square one. Kick is up and away, and it is through. Don't go anywhere, folks. This game is just starting. Two drives very similar to each other bring us to 7 apiece with 4:15 remaining in the first quarter. Glad to have you with us here watching SFLm on YouTube. I'm Jack Brown alongside Alden Bleeker. Nice return there, brings it up to the 30.
Yeah, and as you said, you know, really this has been an exercise in parallels so far between Tacoma and Ottawa. 3 and out, touchdown has been what these teams have been able to pull off, and this has been an incredibly close game. We'll have to see which team is able to be consistent and which team starts to fall off as the game goes on.
It's going to be a nice little play where it seemed to be a little bit of a counter play. Gain of 1, couldn't quite see who they handed it off to. Tackle made, though, by Declan O'Rourke. Second and 9 now for Tacoma. Deep drop from Johnny Reno. Reno goes over the middle.
Ooh.
Finds a soft zone of the defense. That's what you want your plays to do. Draws it up perfectly, and they make him pay. Christopher Dean, the tight end.
Yeah, great pitch and catch by Johnny Reno. Goes through his route tree and immediately sees that he has a guy open. Again, the double coverage being right there, really preventing him from getting a first down. And this is a third down situation, all things considered. But Tacoma have set themselves out quite well to convert here, you have to say.
3rd and 1, they're going to go deep, and oh, what a grab! What a slot! Threading the needle is Johnny Reno to Mike Savage. And that's going to put them within enemy territory.
Yeah, man, there's converting, and then there's converting like that. Emphatic passing display by Johnny Reno here so far. Emphatic passing display by both these quarterbacks. This is turning into a little bit of a quarterback duel.
1st and 10, they're going to go right up the middle with Brad Jones. Jones falls forward and gains 7 on the play.
And you're going to see here just taking advantage of his blocks and looking for space where he can get it. Brad Jones has quite a bit of speed and a decent amount of power too, but sometimes as a halfback, really that's all you can reasonably be expected to do is find the space where they exist, and he sets up a really good second down here.
2nd and 3. Gonna be a screen to Brad Jones. Jones gonna lose a yard, makes it 3rd and 5. Third and 5. Same play as last time to Brad Jones. Is not going to gain the yards needed. 4th and 4. They're going to need to send out Paul Trent to kick a field goal.
Yeah, this is going to be a long attempt, but it certainly is makeable. And Tacoma would be really devastated if this gets blocked or missed. They really need every point that they can get their hands on here.
Low snap, kicks away. It's up, it's over, and it's good from 42 out. Tacoma takes a 3-point lead.
And this is just a well-executed kick. Tacoma certainly would have hoped for 7, really push this lead, but they'll be happy to walk away with points at all here. And a quick scoring update in this Madison-Annapolis games. The score, Madison 17, Annapolis 10, going into the half. And again, upset still on the cards in that game.
Yeah, whoever wins that game will take home the regular season championship here in SFLm. 9 weeks, everyone plays each other once and gets a bye week. It's one of the more pure forms of competition that you'll be seeing around, especially in any sport, really.
Yeah, definitely love the round robin format of the SFLm. Everyone gets a chance to shine, and everyone gets a chance to face the future stars of the league. It really makes for some exciting playoff action.
First and 10. Quick drop, throws the outside. It's going to be caught in bounds. That's not Mike Savage. That's Gus Scott. Scott with a nice gain of 4.
Yeah, and again, just really an efficient passing attack from Ottawa. Tacoma having to default into a bend don't break mentality, and Ottawa have really been able to march down the field because of these little chip away plays.
Second and 6. Got a nice little lofter over the middle. It's going to be a first down. Cole Vermillion with another catch. Or that's Harry Harper.
And you know, again, there we go. Just as we talk about the little chip away, that really has produced dividends for Ottawa here. You don't need to send big bombs down the field if you can just march consistently like this.
First and 10. Throws the outside. It's going to be caught again. And, he stepped out of bounds. Gus Scott steps out of bounds, but not before picking up the first down. First and 10, throws the outside. It's going to be... it's incomplete. No, they're going to say that's complete. They're going to say Gus Scott had control of the ball, although the ball did fall out.
Yeah, that was a very odd play. I would throw the challenge flag.
Well, it doesn't matter now. It's the end of the first quarter. Tacoma fighting for their playoff lives. They're up 10-7 after 1 quarter of action. You're watching the SFLm on YouTube.
Well, Ottawa handed a bit of a gift there, but I don't suppose they'll be complaining, and they're in quite a good position here, past the 50 now.
Yeah, I wouldn't be complaining if I was them. Patterson throws to the outside. It's going to be caught and ran out of bounds by Sean Baker. They're going to give him the 7 yards. 3rd and 3.
Well, the bend don't break mentality for Tacoma could possibly work. I mean, 3rd and 3, Ottawa have shown their ability to be efficient and march down the field, but if Tacoma get a stop here, oh, this would be a very long field goal attempt. I think you would maybe have to punt.
Third down and 3. Pump fakes, goes the outside. They're going to say he was out of bounds. Dusty Rourke, she apparently couldn't get the foot in bounds, although, no, they're not going to throw the challenge, and they're going to have to punt this one away.
Yeah, that one was even closer than the previous one that was called a catch. Oh man, that and yeah, like we said, that's just too long to go for a field goal attempt. They're gonna punt.
Punt is away, and it's going to be taking a cavalry bounce down to the 5. Oh, he ran it into the end zone. Ran it into the end zone when it could have been an easy down at around the 4.
Yeah, got a little too excited there, I think, just chasing down that ball. You gotta go for the athletic play, tip it up into the air for your teammates.
First and 10. They're going to hand it off to Brad Jones. Brad Jones could not get past his offensive line, and instead takes a 1-yard loss, taking a little bit longer than usual to get up. Give me another handoff to Brad Jones. This one worked a lot better than the last time. Gaining 7. And I think he probably jumped over 3 or 4 cavalry defensemen.
Yeah, I mean, Brad Jones, like we said, is not exactly known for his power running, but doing a great job there, not only using his speed, but his athleticism to just jump over the Ottawa defenders there. And this is a tricky but doable situation for Tacoma now.
They're going to hand off to Brad Jones again. Did he get the first down? No, they're not going to say he got it. I'm surprised they didn't give it to him off forward progress. It did look like he almost had it for a split second.
Yeah, that's another play that I think maybe warrants a challenge, but it looks like the punting unit's going to come on. I guess Tacoma satisfied with their lead as it is. Don't want to risk the timeout necessarily.
High snap of the punt is away. Taking at the 30 up to the 33, and Ottawa's going to get their ball right back.
Well, it's another chance for Ottawa to march down the field. They've been efficient, but have stalled a couple times, and they're going to play with a chip on their shoulder, I think, here.
Deep drop from Patterson, throws the... Oh, it's going to be bumped, incomplete. His receiver almost had it. Sean Baker, the backup tight end. He had it on his fingertips and then just fell down to the ground incomplete. Going to bring up 2nd and 10.
Oh yeah, that hit him in the hands. You feel for the quarterback and the receiver when something like that happens. My goodness.
Second and 10, throws the outside. It's going to be a low catch. And it's going to be a gain of 9 off the reception from Dusty Rourke.
Well, it's really been a battle of efficiency versus bend don't break here, right? And Tacoma setting up another situation where they're forcing Ottawa to convert. Ottawa really need to convert here, I think.
3rd and 1. Dusty Rourke with another grab.
Wow.
She has been a weapon on this Ottawa offense.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, tight end certainly not the first position that you associate with athleticism, and then you account for the fact that she's 6'5", 260 pounds. I mean, just superhuman athleticism on display here tonight.
Another throw to the outside on 1st and 10 gets him a single yard. 2nd and 9. Patterson under center. 4 wide, one in the backfield look. They're going to hand it off to Conway, and Conway gets swallowed up at the line. Not going to gain a yard, but not going to lose anything either. 3rd and 8.
Yeah, it was a good idea to potentially set up a pass on 3rd down for Johnny Reno, but a great read by the Ottawa Cavalry. They send their defensive line and looked like they maybe even sent part of their secondary, or a good read by Tacoma, excuse me, and they're all over him there.
3rd down, Dusty Rourke with the grab, and yes, they're going to give her the 1st down. Actually, that was Dougie Day on the reception. There was a bit of a crossover there.
Yeah, open. The challenge flag finally coming out. That was extremely close. I think this could go either way here. We'll have to see.
Yeah. So
Definitely
Dougie Day
a
catches
catch.
it there. That angle does not help at all. That angle does not help. Oh,
it looks like
Oh, it looks short. Looks short.
it looks just short. We'll have to see what referee 62 thinks, though.
Yeah.
After review, the call on the field was overturned.
And they're gonna overturn
Wow.
it. They're saying Dougie Day was short. So Rain Rue and Tacoma not charged the timeout.
Wow, and that is so big for Tacoma. 4th and inches, and they're gonna have to punt, or they're going for it. Wow.
Fourth and inches. Reno deep drop, throws the outside, and it's no good. No good to Sean Baker. Off the hands again. It starts the drive like that. It's going to end the drive the same way.
Oh man, you hate to see that. I mean, a great show of faith in this quarterback, and just gets a good pass that just bounces off of his hands. That is an unfortunate end to this drive for Ottawa.
And now the defense has to come out onto the field as Johnny Reno now playing with a 3-point lead in hand and is looking to extend it.
Yeah, it's a great position for him to start off in.
Deep drop, looking around, he's going to sling it deep down the field, and that one's a catch to the 24. Mike Savage with another big grab.
Yeah, and this is just a fantastic. I mean, Johnny Reno taking advantage of his blocks to find his man into cover, but he just puts it over the defenders' heads there, and I mean, they have to really turn on the jets to even catch up with him. Man, Amar Bryant really having to put on one heck of a chase to prevent a disaster.
1st and 10 now from the 24. Play action for Johnny Reno. Reno moving up the pocket. Oh, there's a man wide open over the middle. That's Brad Jones. They are going to give him the 1st down on the reception. What an interesting little play. The play action goes right back to its original target.
Yeah, that was that, and we also saw that was quite an interesting exploitation of the defense there by Johnny Reno. All the linebackers and defensive line set forward to try to collapse the pocket, and there was just no one to stop him from getting to his man in the middle of the field.
hand off to the outside for Brad Jones on 1st and 10. Gain a yard. Tackle made by Terrence Pearson. Corner, number 26.
Let's go.
Second and 9. Reno looking around, has all the time in the world, goes to the end zone,
Ooh.
tipped incomplete. 3rd and 9, Pearson's another deflection. And expect another shot at the end zone.
Yeah, and this has really been what Johnny Reno has done well all day, is forcing Ottawa to make these intense athletic plays just to get their hands on the ball and prevent these touchdowns. That's another instance where his passing has made Ottawa take themselves to the limit.
Reno goes to the outside. It's going to be caught. Oh, he falls down. And contact is made. Not going to get the first down, but they are going to extend the lead. This time by 3 instead of 7.
Yeah, and certainly Tacoma would have loved to get a touchdown and would have loved to make this a 2-score game. As it is, Ottawa, if they score a touchdown, will take the lead back. But all things considered, quite a good drive for Tacoma. Johnny Reno getting the ball in his hands in a good spot and marching down the field, getting his team into the red zone. But they just gotta work on finishing it next time.
Yeah, luckily for them, it was only probably a 6-point swing instead of what could have been a 10 or even 14-point swing for Ottawa. But they are still down 13-7.
And a potential upset alert as we check into the Madison-Annapolis game. Madison have scored a touchdown and an extra point to make it now 24-10 Madison.
Booming kick is away as it's going to be taken by Ottawa past 20, 25, 26, where they're going to mark it down, and Scar Patterson and company take the field once again. First and 10, deep drop from Patterson, throws to the outside.
Ooh.
As the spin is caught. Not able to gain anything more, but Gus Scott with a nice gain of 6.
Yeah, lots of out routes being mixed in by Ottawa here tonight, and that's basically how we've seen them execute when they've been successful, is to get the ball into his hands, and even if it means getting out of bounds, picking up 4, 5, 6, even 3 yards is an accomplishment for them, and it's actually helped them manage the clock here so far.
Quick throw over the middle, and that's going to be a catch and a first down. Ottawa moves the chains and sets up 1st and 10 on the 39.
And as we mentioned, clock management, it'll be quite interesting to see how Ottawa approach it. 3 timeouts in the 2-minute warning. I think maybe Ottawa are going to look to chew up the 2-minute warning so Tacoma can't use it as a 4th timeout.
1st and 10 is going to be a deep bomb, and it's going to be caught. Dougie Day with another great play. He's been really good on just these deep timing routes. It's been pretty much his bread and butter.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, we've seen a lot of these short out routes, but they've really been used effectively to set up these deeper routes that just burn the Tacoma defense.
1st and 10. Patterson with another quick drop, quick throw to the outside. Falls down, but hey, at least Baker caught it.
Well, as we see in the chat there, a record has been broken in that Tacoma-Annapolis game, Madison-Annapolis game, excuse me. Randy Squarebush breaking the single-season SFLm rushing record. So congratulations to him on that.
Yeah, that is huge. A lot of offensive records broken fairly regularly here in the SFLm. League's still young, still got a lot of places that we haven't really explored here in SFLm. That's the reason why you should be joining today.
Absolutely, Randy Squarebush breaking the SFL single game, the SFLm, excuse me, single game rushing record previously, and almost breaking the SFL record in the same game. Hey, I'm not saying that you're guaranteed to break that record, but you could certainly try.
Yeah, you can. Short throw, and it's nearly intercepted. Sean Baker with another out of the hands catch. You kind of have to wonder at some point when he's going to get subbed in. Like, there's a challenge from Tacoma.
The Steamers are challenging.
That is an aggressive use of the challenge. I from here, that certainly did not look like the interception was in bounds, but we'll see from this angle here.
And let's see, Rain Rue. Okay, so there's the tip. There's the pick, and toe was out of bounds.
Yeah, just barely, the very edge of his big toe.
The pass has been ruled complete. The catch was made prior to going out of
And the call has been overturned.
Wow, 62.
Tacoma goes 2 for 2, and they get the ball.
Wow, 62. Referee 62 making a call that might end up being a little controversial here. That looked like it was out of bounds to me, but certainly the referee team seeing something different, and now Tacoma take over what was a promising drive for Ottawa.
And they're going to hand it off to Brad Jones as Jones takes it up for 2nd and 3. And that will bring us to the 2-minute warning here in Tacoma, Washington. The Grizzlies come up big with an interception and are looking to extend their lead into the half. You're watching the SFLm on YouTube. Well, folks... go ahead.
Well, I was just getting ready to say, situations like this really test your mental fortitude as a team. Ottawa are going to have to put however they feel about that call out of their minds and just get their ball back.
As the run by Brad Jones gets the first down, the time is almost here, folks. The SFL Season 18 Rookie Draft gets underway Thursday, December 30th on SFL Twitch. The full draft order and the length of the draft will be released once signings close at 11:59 p.m. CT on Monday, December 27th. With live rookie cams, analysis from all across the league, and edge-of-your-seat excitement, the rookie draft is the pinnacle of the offseason. Where will you go? The SFL Rookie Draft, Thursday, December 30th. Well, I know where I'm going to be. I'm going to be sitting here drafting the players. As I'm one of the team owners here in the SFL, Brad Jones gains 7 on that play.
Yeah, and lots of content has come out in the past couple weeks. The re-signing show and the free agency show, the All-Star game coming up tomorrow. Just have to give quick kudos to SFL Commissioner Cam Irvine, all these fantastic things he's been doing here lately, and really the SFL has been crushing it with the off-season content lately.
Absolutely. Yesterday was the scheduled release show for the big leagues. Brad Jones tearing through the Cavalry defense. Jeez Louise. It seems like anytime they give him the ball, he's going to be getting at least 6 or 7 yards, and he's going to do it again. Another run up the middle, gains 9. Tacoma calls a timeout, probably just to give the man a breath.
Yeah, this is really a tricky situation for Ottawa, their defense. They've just given up a pick, and now Tacoma is marching down the field. Oh my goodness, this is Tacoma's chance to put themselves up by 2 scores like they had tried to last drive. Perhaps the football gods on the side of Tacoma saying, you know what, you didn't get to go up 2 scores last time, but this is your chance now.
That it could be. 43 seconds remaining in the half. Handoff up the middle to Brad Jones again, and he gets it to the 30. This man is just running at will. This man can get yards basically by sleeping. Here's another handoff right up the middle. He gains 4 that time. That's actually quite underwhelming, all things considered, for this drive.
Yeah, absolutely. And man, they're just putting the ball into Brad Jones's hand over and over again. Finally, Tacoma finding this, finally Ottawa finding the solution to Brad Jones here. And Tacoma going to have to reset.
29 seconds left in the half. And Tacoma, they aren't slowing down. They aren't just going to run this into the half. Nuh-uh, they're going to go and try and score at least 3 more. Reno looking around, throws in. It's going to be nearly intercepted, but dropped by number 54, Declan O'Rourke. It's the classic pain of any linebacker. You can always get your hands up there. It's kind of hard to, make them catch the ball.
Yes, I mean certainly you're glad just to get your hands on the ball, but certainly it's in your chest. You got to wrap your arms around it and secure it.
Yeah. Reno goes over the middle again. It's going to be a first down to the 14.
Looks like they're going to save their last time out to set up a field goal potentially. Take one last attempt.
That they are. Going around. No, it's a sack. Tacoma forced to take the timeout and expect the field goal unit to come out. Another disappointing end to this drive.
Yeah, Tacoma, you have to believe, going to put themselves up by 2 scores here with this field goal attempt. Certainly a very makeable field goal. We've just seen a missed field goal in Madison, Annapolis, but they're going to be looking to drill this one and take a fair bit of momentum and confidence into the halftime break.
Low snap, kick is away, and it is good from 36 out. Tacoma now up 16-7, and for Ottawa, they maybe will get a play from scrimmage to try and even things up a bit.
Yeah, certainly Hail Mary territory, barring an insane return here for 6. That would be maybe the only way that they get a touchdown, barring a Hail Mary.
It's one of 2 ways they could score. Kick is away from Tacoma. Taken around the 10. Clock ticking 5, 4. And it's fumbled! It's fumbled! Who got on top of it? It's Tacoma! They get 2 more seconds. They could try another go for the end zone.
That is absolutely massive. Oh my goodness. What an opportunity for Tacoma to put a seal on this game. I mean, blue jerseys all over that ball as soon as it pops out. Tacoma putting their bodies on the line, knowing that this is their chance to get into the playoffs, and their opportunity to get in starts with a win here. That's what they're looking for.
Yeah, they're going to go for what looks to be about 45-yard attempt. Snap is located. Wait, blocked! Who's going to pick it up? It's going to be Ottawa. No, it's going to be Tacoma, but it doesn't matter either way. What a chaotic end to the first half.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, we got it to an unconventional way. We still have the same score we would have had before. 16-7 in favor of the Grizzlies.
Wow. Well, both of these teams are aware that huge playoff implications are on the line, and they're darn well playing like it. Tacoma has really had a complete offensive performance. Brad Jones showing why he is projected to go in the first round. And man, both of these quarterbacks doing everything they can. A couple of unfortunate drops for Ottawa. And we're setting up for maybe as explosive as a finish as we saw at the end of the first half here.
Yeah, that first half, of course, highlighted with 2 crazy special teams plays. The blocked field goal and the fumble on the kick return. Hopefully for Ottawa, we won't get another fumble kick return on their way back. But you never really know here in the SFLm, do you?
No, you absolutely don't. And I mean, overall, these offenses have both been, very efficient. That's been the name of the game. These teams setting themselves up with good situations by just marching down the field. It just happens that we've had, wild outcomes. The interception being called an interception on a challenge, a first down being called a first down on a challenge, and this has been quite the unconventional game, as close as it's been in other ways.
Yeah, it's been both crazy and, they always say the more things change, the more they say the same. It's been exactly what we expected and completely unexpected. Tacoma up by 9. We're just a few moments away from the second half here on YouTube. Kick is away, and it's going to be taken at about the 6-yard line. Up past the 20, past the 25. And this time he manages to hold on to it. To who was asking who number 28 for Ottawa is, that's Mike Carroll. Not sure if he got the block on the field goal, but that is who he is, Tyrone Jones. 1st and 10 for Scar Patterson. Patterson leads it to the outside to A.J. Conway. Conway, he's barely gotten any love so far this game, only having 1 rushing yard through 2 quarters of play.
Yeah, well, we've seen a lot in these past few weeks, these drawn outlet passes for running backs to either use their power or speed on the outside. Perhaps we'll see a bit more of that as they look for opportunities to involve him in the run.
2nd and 5, deep drop from Patterson. Short throw results from it, though. It's going to be over the middle. 1st down and 10. Catch is made by Cole Vermillion. First and 10 once more. Gonna be a handoff to A.J. Conway. Ooh. Conway, with quite possibly his best rush of the day, gains 6.
Yeah, adding to his total, and really that's the kind of run that we've been seeing on from both teams, both Brad Jones and him, just looking for the space and taking advantage of where it is. No real explosive runs to speak of quite yet, but both teams really aiming for efficiency on offense, the run game included.
Deep drop results in the throw to the outside, and they're going to say that. They're going to say that Baker was not able to get the ball across the line, making it 3rd and inches.
Yeah, another very close call. I mean, at least it's 3rd and inches and rather than 3rd and a yard. That does make things a bit easier for Ottawa.
Yeah, they got a little break, but not that much.
Mm-hmm.
They got a little break as a treat. Deep drop from Patterson, throws the outside. It's going to be easily caught in bounds. Nice little way to stop the feet. And Sean Baker, after having a rather disastrous little run of form, has gotten back on, has become a reliable target in the receiving threat.
Well, and Ottawa have been in the skids a little bit over the season, but Scar Patterson, we saw that pop up there just shy of 200 yards in this game, and he has really shouldered a heavy offensive burden for his team here so far.
1st and 10, throws to the outside to Conway. Conway's going to lose a yard, making it 2nd and 11. Still on Tacoma side of the field. Second and 11, very deep drop from Scar Patterson. He's going to go down with the sack. 3rd and 19. And they're going to have to dig deep into the playbook. That is Jaden Taylor, the Week 5 signing, coming up huge for Tacoma.
Well, we've talked about how Tacoma have really been trying to dial up all the pressure all game, and how Scar Patterson has really been able to use his football IQ to get out of those situations. But they're just blowing through the offensive line, and a great job by Tacoma drawing that up on defense.
3rd and 19. Well, the catch is inbounds, but it was nowhere near enough for the first. Gus Scott with the reception, but it's not going to be enough, and Ottawa's going to have to punt it away.
Yeah, that'll help Scar Patterson's quarterback rating. I think that's about the only comfort for Ottawa as the punting unit comes on here.
Snaps a bit low, nearly blocked. And going to be taken at the 10 up to 17. And now for Tacoma. They could have been up 19-7, but they're only up 16-7. Their red zone offense has not really gotten them that far. However, they haven't needed to go that far.
Yeah, I mean, really, the special teams has started to become a focus. Both teams looking to maximize their turnovers generated on special teams. We saw a field goal blocked, we saw a fumble on special teams, and we also saw a darn near a punt block there.
Gain of 2 on the first handoff to Brad Jones. Ottawa's defense in the locker room got a little bit of rest and got the Gatorade. Clearly they needed that, as Anthony Anderson was the man on the tackle. Second and 8. Reno hit as he was going to make the catch. Going to set up a 3rd and long for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, and lucky just to get it to Simpson. I mean, let alone him pulling it in. A great job of Ottawa now dialing up the pressure as Tacoma have on the other side of the ball.
Third down and 8. Quick throw, and it's going to be a quick catch as well. That's to top it all off. Mike Savage with the first down up to Tacoma's 30.
Well, Scar Patterson has been the number 2 quarterback in the SFLm, but really there you see the things that Johnny Reno has been able to do so well all season. Just finding his men where they're open and putting them in a position to continue to pick up yards. That looked like a pretty bleak 3rd down, and they're taking the first down snap here.
And the first down snap leads to another first down. Another quick throw over the middle, this time to the wide receiver, Christopher Dean. And it gains him another 10.
And this is what Tacoma has done so well on offense for the vast majority of the season, is just chaining together these first downs, not even needing a 3rd down conversion or even a 2nd down in a lot of cases. Just Johnny Reno stringing the ball through the secondary and setting up these great passing yards.
First handoff to Brad Jones goes to the outside, and it's not a lot. 2nd and 7. Second down and 7 now. Quick drop, quick throw to the outside. 3rd and 3. Nice gain.
Well, Johnny Reno has mentioned in the chat that he believes that he's gotten 2,000 yards on the season. I know he's certainly close. That really, I think, is a testament to how good he's been this season. A lot of the times he's throwing deep downfield into single coverage or double coverage, and he just places the ball so perfectly that it's right up there for his men and women to grab, and that's really helped him be very successful this season.
Reno with a very deep ball caught. That's a touchdown, Mike Savage. What a huge throw and a huge catch. First off, Johnny Reno put that thing on a dime.
Well, yeah, we were just talking about how Johnny Reno has really been able to find his men in the open space and allow them to run. I mean, that almost looked like, in a soccer game, just the ball being crossed halfway across the field, flying through the air and landing behind the defenders. I mean, you just cannot make a more perfect throw than that. Oh my goodness. A lot of credit to Mike Savage for the athletic run, but I mean, just as much for Johnny Reno to find him.
That was huge. What a throw and catch. And the kickoff is away. Ottawa now playing down 23-7. It's not impossible. Crazier comebacks have been made.
Yeah, and certainly Tacoma cannot rest on their laurels as Ottawa, although they've been struggling a bit this game, Scar Patterson is number 2 in the SFLm for a reason. And if Tacoma underestimate him, then he could very easily overwhelm them in a short period of time.
Throw to the outside is going to be a gain of 4. Another team also looking to back Ottawa is Boise, as Boise would need either Tacoma or Salt Lake City to lose. It doesn't really matter who it is. They just need one of them to lose. And right now, for both Salt Lake and for Boise, this isn't looking good.
Yeah, definitely Tacoma looking to do to finish things off for themselves here. Their scenario, like we mentioned at the top of this broadcast, they need a win, and also they also need Salt Lake City to win in the game against Lexington later tonight, in I believe the final game of the evening. And we talk all the time here in the SFL and the SFLm about how you have all these opportunities that pop up in the playoffs, but in the grand scheme of things, you have to control the things that you can control, and that starts with a win here tonight for Tacoma.
And meanwhile, they're going pretty good on that. Ottawa throws to the outside after taking a sack and losing a few yards, and as Gus Scott doesn't pick up the yards necessary, only picks up 5. He needed 14. So Ottawa is going to have to punt this one away.
Yeah, and this has really been, I think, unfortunately typical of the struggles that Ottawa has had. You've got Scar Patterson having a great game and hitting up Dusty Rourke and his other targets pretty well, but Ottawa just not able to find success at the back of that.
Meanwhile, the Tacoma return man was running the wrong direction. Don't know exactly what happened there, but it's going to set them back towards the 30.
Yeah, trying to find an angle on the outside or something. Not quite sure what that was.
First and 10 from your Steamers 30-yard.
Well, one more check into the Madison-Annapolis game as they hit the 2-minute warning. Madison up 24-16, a one-score game there.
Meanwhile, Brad Jones, who's been running like a madman tonight, currently has 125 and 6.6 yards per carry. I mean, just the blocking up front for Tacoma has just let him gain way more yards than he realistically should on these sorts of runs.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of analysis has talked about Douglas Brown and Randy Squarebush and GP Wells, and rightfully so. But I think Brad Jones is really one of those guys that could surprise you with how great he's going to be at the next level. He's got speed and he can follow his blocks. As he continues to develop both physically and mentally as a player, I think that's going to result in a lot of success in the run game for whatever team makes him a part of their game long term.
Nice gain on second down as they pick up the first down. Johnny Reno now under center. 2 men wide to the top of your screen with 2 in the backfield. Deep drop for Reno. Reno finds his man, is going to be right in the hole of defense. Gains another first down, this time to Christopher Dean, the tight end.
Yeah, and oh man, just a great pitch and catch. I mean, a good run there at the end. That started as double coverage, and then he just ran out of it. That's not only a great job to athletically get out of the double coverage, but a great job by Johnny Reno to see that happening and follow it up with a pass.
The perfectly drawn up play, it brings up 1st and 10. 2 men in the backfield. They're going to hand it off to Brad Jones as Jones takes it up the middle, gains 5 on the play.
Yeah, plenty of time left in this game, but Tacoma are really setting themselves up to finish this game off, and that is what they hope to do. A stop against Ottawa when they next get the ball back would be huge. Ooh.
2nd and 6. Hit at the line. 3rd and 6.
And that makes it a little trickier for Ottawa. 3rd and 6. I'm starting to wonder if this is maybe 4-down territory for Ottawa.
Third and 6 for Tacoma. They're going to need a first down here. Quick draw from Reno. Throws over the middle, and just seemed to be a little bit overthrown or just off the mark. And Tacoma's going to have to punt this one away.
Yeah, that was a good idea. Unfortunately, his man not quite able to get there. Then, well, I think this is as long of a field goal as this would be. I think you have to punt it. And the punting team out.
High snap, and it was nearly blocked. Kick is high. It's going to take a Grizzly bounce at the 10 into the 5.
Ooh.
Oh, he nearly got his foot out of bounds, but it gets it down to the 4.
Well, Ottawa, quite literally with their backs pinned against the wall, they really need their offensive drives to start turning around if they're going to have a chance at a comeback. And although there's still the entire 4th quarter to play, they're starting to run out of time here.
1st and 10, throws to the outside. It's going to be caught and completed by Gus Scott for a gain of 1. Actually, I'm going to say a gain of 3 up to 7.
Well, and they're out of the end zone. I mean, that is really perhaps the best news possible for Ottawa. Not going to risk a safety and immediately giving the ball back to Tacoma to chew on the clock.
Second and 7. Deep drop for Patterson. That's going to be bobbled. Nearly intercepted. Brings up 3rd and 7. That would have been a disastrous play. That would have most likely gone right into the end zone.
Yeah, Sean Baker. I mean, a good pass to him, but again, I mean this is something we've unfortunately seen all night from Scar Patterson. Is these passes that get to the receiver would just get bobbled off their hands, bounce off their fingertips. That is really not what you're hoping to see if you're an Ottawa fan, because it's 3rd down. They're deep in their own zone here.
3rd down and 7. Handoff to A.J. Conway. Conway gets stood up, and Ottawa's going to have to punt this one away from the shadow of their own goalposts.
Well, yeah, this is really tough for Ottawa to come back from here. They'll have an opportunity, and certainly with a quarterback as good as Scar Patterson, it's possible, but it's going to be very tricky.
And in a huge upset, Alden, Madison claims the SFLm regular season title by squeaking by the Annapolis Navigators. Congratulations to the Madison Lynx. Huge win for them, and really a huge team-defining win.
Yeah, we want to welcome those of you that are joining us from after that game. Man, really a great showing by Madison all throughout that game, and I think that could very well be a preview of the SFLM final. Certainly, anything possible, but a great game there, and we would have to see perhaps an upset of equal proportions for Ottawa here, and it all starts with this defensive stop.
Reno goes deep over the middle. That one was nearly intercepted. Tried to go for it all, ends up getting nothing. Deflection made by Josh Neal, the strong safety.
Yeah, that would have been huge. Well, speaking of playoff scenarios, again, we want to welcome those of you who are joining us from the Madison Annapolis game. The playoff scenario for Tacoma to get in, they need a win and then a Salt Lake City win later in the evening. That is the scenario that is on top and on tap, excuse me. And Tacoma certainly in a good position to get their win.
Lobs it to the outside. Kaufman was the intended target, but it was no good. Brings up 3rd and 10.
Well, credit to Ottawa. They've really made a strong defensive stand here.
Thrown to the outside. It's going to be a low ball. Caught. Not enough for the first down, though. And this is kind of an interesting spot as to where you could go for the field goal. It'd be very long, or you could just punt it.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see when this fourth quarter starts.
Get your 4s up, get your 86s up in chat, folks. It's the fourth quarter here in the SFLm. Tacoma looking to put it away and send themselves one step closer to the playoffs.
You know, the punting unit comes on, but, you know, as you say, you know, field goal certainly an option. I think maybe even for going for it on 4th down really seal this game would maybe even be an option. Oh.
And they're going to down Ottawa back at the 5 once again. Nice punt. Could have rolled it for maybe an extra yard, but that's okay.
Well, I mean, easy to talk about theoreticals, but I mean that is pinned. I mean, Ottawa was pinned at the 4 before. Now they're at the 5. That is two sequential, excuse me, fantastic punts by Tacoma.
Hand off the inside to AJ Conway. Conway with a nice run. Gain 6 up the middle, and it's going to be 2nd and 4. Second and 4.
Ooh.
Rolling out Scar Patterson. That's going to be incomplete. They're going to say Baker didn't get his feet down in time. 3rd and 4.
Yeah, that was so close. I mean, a good idea to give him the ball right on the sideline, but just not quite able to keep his feet in bounds.
Third down and 4. Deep drop, and it's going to be a lob one over the middle.
Ooh.
Picked off by Tacoma. That's going the other way. And Frank Bernstein, his first pick tonight. And it may as well be a pretty big blow for the Ottawa Cavalry.
Yeah, and that is going to deflate the Ottawa fans and players quite a bit, I would have to assume. We've seen a lot of near picks all night for Tacoma, and they get it, excuse me, in one of perhaps the key situations this entire game. Inside of the 30 and a touchdown here would make it very, very difficult for Ottawa to come back.
Throws to the outside of Brad Jones. Jones picks up a block, and he's going to pick up a few more yards than he would have originally. 2nd and 3.
Man, I think you see the comparison of Johnny Reno and Scar Patterson's games. I mean, I don't really think this score is fair to or accurately reflects how good of a game Scar Patterson has had. I mean, just a few inopportune times for receivers to make drops have really been the big difference between their two performances.
Going to be a handoff up the middle. It's not going to actually gain anything. They're going to lose a yard. Bryant with the tackle for loss. It's going to be another handoff. Oh, it's fumbled. Who's going to pick it up? It's Ottawa. Ottawa's got the ball, I think. No, it's going to be Tacoma. Whoops.
Well, nonetheless, I mean, I don't even think that.
No, it's actually Ottawa.
Wow, I don't even think that was an intentional strip there. Just Ottawa. I mean, things really working out for them, and well, we were talking about how Tacoma were looking to close things out. Ottawa have gotten a golden opportunity to start a comeback here.
That they have, 1st and 10. Deep drop going to the outside to Sean Baker. Baker gets the catch. Gains 5 on the play.
Well, we've seen a lot of these out routes just near the sidelines, perhaps maybe becoming an intentional part of Ottawa's game plan here, managing the clock proactively, trying to save that 2-minute warning and touchdown, a 2-minute warning and timeouts, excuse me, for as long as they possibly can.
Second and 5. They're going to go to the outside, pick up the first down, and a few yards on top of it. Huge hit, though, as he falls out of bounds. Catch is made by Dougie Day.
Well, and a lot of credit to Scar Patterson, as we've been talking about all game, has been doing a great job of working with what his receivers are giving him. Over 200 yards passing in this game, and although he's given up an interception and although he only has 1 touchdown to show for it, I really think he's shown a lot of why he is a potential SFL draft pick this season.
He very well could be. Patterson goes over the middle. Nice thread the needle throw. Gets a first down and nearly crosses midfield. Gus Scott with the reception.
Yeah, great job just finding the open man. In situations like this, when you're down big, you really can't afford to panic. You just have to work with what you've got and just march your way down the field, really showing a lot of maturity here as Scar Patterson.
Going to the outside, finds Conway. Conway gains 3 on the reception. Not a typical way that a halfback gains yards, but it's where Conway's found the most success tonight.
Yeah, well, and we have seen, to be fair, we have seen a fair bit of these drawn outlet passes for halfbacks. Admittedly, that's because we have halfbacks like GP Wells and Brad Jones and Randy Squarebush, but that may be a trend that we continue to see in the SFLm and beyond.
Nice throw over the middle once more. Gus Scott gets the first down. Up to Tacoma's 39.
Gus Scott been one of the favorite targets for Scar Patterson here tonight, and I think we keep talking about how good Scar Patterson's game has been. I think really that's the key to his success at the next level, is surrounding him with a good receiver core and a good offensive line. He can really make some magic happen.
That he can. Cole Vermillion making some magic happen, though, to the outside, picking up a first down, and in Ottawa for the first time since really the first quarter, looking like a real formidable offense.
Yeah, time running a little bit more than they like, I would think, but certainly within field goal range now, and they would absolutely love to get a touchdown.
1st and 10, lobs one to the outside, caught, and it's going to be a gain of 4. This time from Gus Scott. Did he get out of bounds? Yes, clock stops.
And that's really going to have to be something, excuse me, that we see from Ottawa. Really getting out of bounds without contact. That's going to be the key to managing the clock here. Again, like we said, they want to avoid using timeouts in the 2-minute warning as much as they can.
They're going to get that one out again, and I'm surprised they didn't mark him as getting the first down. Sean Baker, a man who we probably called more than any other name tonight. Third down and inches. Ottawa, they're going to need this first down if they want to have any shot at this game. Patterson looking around. As he throws. Oh, what a catch!
Wow.
AJ Conway turning nothing into something and gets it to the 11. What a grab!
Yeah. Oh man, and that really feels like the opposite of the plays that we've seen, where Scar Patterson has made a good pass that bounced off his receiver's hands, just taking the first pass that he can get, and it turns out to be just perfect.
Another throw to the outside, this time taken by Dusty Rourke. Another great catch. Advance the ball down the field.
And perhaps just as importantly, the clock still stopped. If they can end this drive with a touchdown and the clock above 4 minutes, I mean, Ottawa would still have an uphill battle, but that would help quite a bit.
Second and 7. Quick drop, throws it over to Conway. Conway spins it around, picks up a few yards, 3rd and 4. And now it's time we see that shot for the end zone. And Conway's down. Conway is down.
Yeah, that is tough. As you know, again, we've been seeing these drawn halfback pass plays really starting to come into the mix. And although he hasn't had much of an impact so far in the run game, I mean, you really want to have as many options as you possibly can when you're down by this much.
Third and 4. Quick drop, going to throw the sideline. It's going to be incomplete. 4th and 4.
I think that's a good pass that just barely misses the first down marker. I think this is 4-down territory, because and they're challenging. Wow,
they're challenging.
The visiting team are challenging whether the pass was caught and down.
this looked very close to me.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see this. I don't know exactly what they might be challenging.
Oh, that looked like it might be a first down. That looks like it might be a first down. Oh,
we'll
no.
have to see. I'm on the edge of my seat.
Pass has been ruled complete. The catch was made.
And they're going to rule it as a complete pass. The call has been overturned.
Well,
Ottawa
we're gonna
not charged a timeout.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see where they mark it, though, is the thing.
It looked like it was on the right side of the body to be a first down. They're not showing
I
us
thought so too.
the down in distance.
Oh,
It's 4th and inches.
Well, 4th and inches certainly better than 4th and a yard. Oh, and they're going for the field goal rather than going for it on fourth down. I don't agree with this decision.
No, I don't. I agree that I disagree. This is a very strange decision from Ottawa. Kicks away. It is good, but it probably could have gone for 7 and gotten it, but instead they settle for 3.
Yeah, at the very least, put Tacoma in a rough situation where they have to get multiple first downs just to start chewing on the clock. That is, oh man, that is maybe a concession of defeat by Ottawa. I mean, and it doesn't even look like they're going for an onside kick here.
Yeah, they're gonna boom this one deep, taking it around the 5. Up past the 20, past the 25, and it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 28.
Well, to Ottawa, this is the reality of the situation. Ottawa are down by 2 scores, and 2 touchdowns specifically would put them over Tacoma, assuming that Tacoma does not score in either drive. So Ottawa really have to get 2 stops here, and that's all there is to it.
Deep drop from Marino. It's going to be a nice catch for the first down. And now if you're Tacoma, you're looking to keep the ball inbounds and just keep it moving forward no matter what, because a score here effectively puts the final dagger in for Ottawa.
Yeah, I think maybe you even let Brad Jones start to run on first through third down. I don't even think you need to rely on Johnny Reno to march you down the field. Just run it.
Free play as Brad Jones takes it. He's gonna sidestep on him. They'll probably take the yards. They'll probably take the penalty though.
But it looked like flags came down on both sides of the line of scrimmage there.
And it's going to be a neutral zone infraction against the Cavalry. Tacoma's going to accept the penalty, making it a 1st and 5.
Yeah, free first down for Tacoma there. Probably the worst part of it for Tacoma. Worst part of it for Ottawa, excuse me. And they really, again, like we said, they need 2 stops here.
First and 5, hand it off to the outside for Brad Jones. Jones picks up a few yards, making it a 2nd and 2. Could have gotten some more, though, had he not gotten caught up.
Yeah, 5.5 yards per carry, the statistic for Brad Jones on the evening. And, man, this is Ottawa really are in trouble here. If Tacoma can get 2 more first downs, then I think Ottawa are going to have to start using their timeouts, and that's really not something they want to do. They want to be able to use that and the 2-minute warning themselves.
And speaking of those 2 first downs, there's first down 1 of 2 with Brad Jones leaning forward, picking up the yardage necessary.
Yeah, and Tacoma just going to chew away at this clock. I would be very surprised if we see them come to the line before 20 or even 15 a lot of for the rest of this drive.
First and 10. Milking all the clock needed. Hand off to Brad Jones up the middle. Gaining 2.
Oof.
And, A.J. Conway with a torn MCL. That's his season over and done with. However, he will be able to play in the SFL next season should he get drafted. It really is a miracle what these doctors in the SFL and SFLm can do.
Yeah, I keep hearing in the sports tabloid stuff about magic rituals in the SFL trainers room. I don't know anything about that. I don't get paid enough to ask those questions, but nonetheless, that is quite the loss for Ottawa. I mean, really, they need all the options that they can get on offense.
3rd and 8 as the yards are lost, and that's probably going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. But yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a huge loss for Ottawa, but I will say this, Alden. I do have a couple of pages from their sorcery book that they do use. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that on air. I'm pretty sure there probably is someone coming directly from my location. We'll see if you hear me next season on the SFL broadcast. 3rd and 8 now for Tacoma. A first down here will effectively end the ball game. But not before the 2-minute warning, folks. 23-10 your score. Tacoma looking to ice it. You're watching the SFLm on YouTube. Reno goes over the middle, and that's caught! No one in front of them! That's a touchdown! Game, set, match, Tacoma!
That, man, and Tacoma have been threatening to end it for a while, but that is just the dagger in the coffin, in the broken back of Ottawa here. That is a fantastic pass. I mean, really what we've seen all game from Johnny Reno, finding his men in space, letting them run, and just placing it perfectly for them. And oh man, Savage and Reno, just a potent combination here tonight.
Yeah, fortunately for many teams in the SFL major leagues, these two will most likely not be on the same team anytime soon, as the kick is up and through. Minute 54 left, and for Ottawa, they're looking down the barrel of finishing 1-7, by far their worst performance in their 4 seasons as a minor league franchise.
Yeah, and plenty of things to look at as positives. You know, Scar Patterson has been doing a fantastic job as a quarterback, even if the results haven't quite reflected it. Dusty Rourke has shown her value as you know, even as a pretty well built tight end. You know, showing off her athletic skills, and so, you know, it's and Anthony Anderson, the defensive lineman, as well as Amar Bryant, the cornerback, showing plenty of promise. You know, so it's like we keep saying, lots of talent here at the SFLm level. Not all of them can immediately make the jump to the next level, but Johnny Reno and Mike Savage making fantastic cases for their readiness at the next level here tonight.
Well, in a slight change of pace for Ottawa, it seems to be that instead of Baker being the one dropping the easily catch balls, it's Herman Chelsea, the backup halfback, doing the same thing.
Yeah, I do believe that we're going to see the backups come in here soon if they haven't already. Tacoma in a very dominant position, and you know, we've already seen an MCL injury that's going to require the use of the Necronomicon to heal in time for the SFL playoffs. Tacoma certainly not wanting to have to be in that same situation themselves.
Yeah, unfortunately, it seems to be that Tacoma's lost some of the sacred texts. I'm sure if they just checked in their basement, they'll probably find a couple. 3rd and 10 now for Ottawa. They're going to need this first down to have any shot of even making this look respectable. High snap. Patterson throws the outside. That is not enough. Possibly a setup, though, for what will be probably the final competitive play of the game.
Yeah, and Scar Patterson, you know, you really have to feel for him. You know, having a good game and a good season in pretty much every way that you could think of, but just not getting the results that really, honestly, I personally feel like he deserves. I do think he is a quarterback that you have to be looking at if you're an SFL owner.
Throws over the middle. That's caught. That's a first down. This game's still going.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you're already eliminated from playoff contention. I mean, you might as well keep playing for pride.
Yep, and that's going to be another catch. Gain of 8. 2nd and 2. And it's going to be a throw over the middle. And it's dropped. 3rd and 2. Minute 14 left. Likely the last 2 plays that'll mean much for Ottawa.
Yeah, and Ottawa already eliminated, so certainly looking to make a statement about what they can do coming into the next season here. Playing for pride, like we said.
Patterson moving around the pocket, and that's going to be caught inbounds for a first down.
And that's really what Scar Patterson has done well all game, you know, finding these out routes and finding the ball to those receivers on the out routes. You know, it's been a rough game for Ottawa, but Scar Patterson really showing his worth here tonight, and I think that's maybe, the second best result other than winning.
Deep drop, throws the outside. It's caught inbounds. Oh, nice little spin, but it seems that he spun a little bit too much. Steps out of bounds and makes it 2nd and 4.
Second and 4.
Throws to the outside. Oh, and what a nice grab on 2nd and 4. Gain of 2 makes 32. Clock ticks below a minute.
Yeah, and they're playing hurry up, perhaps trying to get one more score again. Like we said, just for the sake of their pride. Oh,
Seems to be that Scarpassi took the sack as he was flailing around. Loses 2 yards, makes it 4th and 4.
well, this would be a long field goal. That's a possibility. Although they may just go for it on 4th. Like we said, try to finish the season with a touchdown and take whatever little bit of momentum you can into the next season.
Fourth and 4. Goes the outside. Caught. Not
Ooh.
enough. First down. Tacoma's going to win it.
Yeah, that's going to be a turnover on downs for Tacoma, and they can just kneel it out. And well, it was a rough game for Ottawa. Tacoma, playing with a chip on their shoulder for certain coming into this game, knowing that the playoff scenario for them, it starts with a win. And now Tacoma Grizzlies players, fans, and coaches going to be watching the late game this evening as Salt Lake City take on Lexington in Kentucky, and they need a Salt Lake City win in that game to make the playoffs.
Yeah, they're going to need the win there alongside. Yeah, so they're going to need that win. The other game in the nightcap will not really matter as far as they are concerned.
Yeah, and Salt Lake City or Lexington, to their credit, have had some rough performances this season as well. Performances that they maybe had not quite turned out the way that they had hoped. But all things being considered, they certainly are the odds-on favorite to win in that game. So Salt Lake City fans, Tacoma fans, Salt Lake City players, Tacoma players, really united in watching that game through their fingers.
Yeah, a huge win for Tacoma. And meanwhile, for Ottawa, a disappointing season comes to a close with a really just a debilitating loss. However, for all the players on there, they got their film, and now it's time for them to send it off to the Major League coaches and owners and make a case for them to get drafted into the major leagues.
Yeah, about 1 week after the All-Star game, which is tomorrow, we will see the SFL minor league draft. And it's going to be lots of players on this field. You could certainly make an argument for going to the next level. Scar Patterson, Brad Jones, Mike Savage, lots of players on both sides of the ball that we could very well see their name called. And certainly no shame in continuing to develop your game at this level if that's the outcome.
Yeah, no, a lot of guys, especially on these two teams, have been down here for a couple seasons. Both quarterbacks have been here, have been SFLm regulars. Same thing goes for Brad Jones. There are a lot of guys here who've been here a while, but that's okay. Sometimes, a lot of times minor league players, they tend to age like a fine wine,
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, for the ball game here tonight, Tacoma takes home a dominating win, characterized by their offense doing what it does best. However, this time they've been a lot more involved with the rushing attack than usual.
Yeah, Brad Jones has really been quietly having one of the best seasons of any halfback in the league. Really has been sitting in the shadow of Randy Squarebush and GP Wells and Doug Brown, but really something of a coming out party for him here tonight has really shown that he is serious and he is ready to put up some big yards for teams at the next level.
Yes, they have. It's been a lot of fun throughout this first 9 weeks. And Tacoma, they're hoping to add 2 more on top of it, possibly even going away with an SFLm championship. It'd be their first in franchise history. Meanwhile, for Ottawa, again, they got their wins, their names. It's been a rough season, but it comes to an end here. Player of the game honors for tonight's game go to none other than Mike Savage, the receiver for the Tacoma Grizzlies. And for all of us here at SFLm, I'm Jack Brown alongside Alden Bleeker, Cam Irvine in the box, making it sound good. We say so long and have a fantastic evening and weekend.